Retiring early can bring significant changes to the person's life, including changes in... Hello everyone! Are you ready to be financially independent and retire early? Today I'm going to share with you a few facts I learned after I achieved my financial independence at the age of 35, so you can start to make your financial plan meaningful when you know these facts. If you plan to retire early, then these facts become crucial to know beforehand. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. My name is Korianne and I have been a real estate investor since 2001. I make videos to share my real estate investment journey that got me to be financially independent after 8 years of investing in cash flow properties. Hope to inspire you to invest in cash flow real estate so you too can achieve your financial independence, build a legacy, and make an impact on people around you. Here are a few facts that I learned after I achieved financial independence and thought to retire early by assessing the possibility that would change my lifestyle if I decided to retire early. Fact number 1, are you emotionally ready to retire early? When I reached my number to be financial independent, I was not emotionally ready to retire early. I felt that I still had a lot of energy to enjoy investing as well as still be able to add value to others around me. I did not want to travel all the time or focus all my energy devoted to my personal passions. I just wanted to be financially independent so that I could live a good balance of life between investing, family, and personal time freedom. Retiring early was not something that I wanted to do. Remember, retirement is supposed to be all about freedom and choices. Fact number 2, healthcare costs are expensive. In the United States, healthcare costs have been rising faster than the inflation rate for several decades. According to the Centers of Medicare and Medical Services, healthcare spending in the United States is projected to grow at an average rate of 5.5% per year from 2019 to 2028. This growth rate is slightly slower than the average annual growth rate of 5.7% observed between 2010 and 2018, but it is still significantly higher than the rate of inflation. If you decide to retire early, be sure to add this cost to your early retirement plan. Fact number 3 is changes in relationship with family and friends. Retiring early can bring significant changes to the person's life, including changes in relationship with family and friends. Here are some ways in which relationships can change after retiring early. Changes in social circle. Be ready for social circle to change when you retire early. People with previously college or work friends may no longer be part of your daily life, and you may need to develop new circle connections. I paused investing in real estate for a few years because I wanted to spend a few years with our sons. So my new social circle during those years was connecting with other moms, planning for kid play dates and activities. Changes in family dynamics. If you retire early, you may spend more time with your spouse and partners, which can be positive change. However, it can also lead to tensions or conflicts if both parties have different ideas of how to spend their time, or if one partner feels like the other is not contributing enough. The fact number 4, does your investment portfolio stand and survive rising inflation? When you retire early, you may not have factored in a rising inflation at the rate like what we have been experiencing in the last year. If your portfolio only invested in stock, bond, and index funds, then your financial plan may fall short when the inflation is high and you may run out of money early in your retirement. Essentially, it's asking if your investments are diversified enough to withstand the ups and downs of the market and still perform well even if and when prices go up a lot. And the fact number 5 is you must have a solid diversified income. A diversified income means having multiple sources of income that are not dependent on a single source or employer. This can include paper asset investment, rental properties, side businesses, and other sources of passive income. By having a diversified income, you reduce your dependence on one single source for all your income, which can be vulnerable to market fluctuations or economic downturns. By planning and building a solid financial foundations, you can help ensure that you have financial resources you need to retire early and enjoy your golden years with a peace of mind. Fact number 6, you must have a solid emergency fund. Having an emergency fund is also critical, especially in the early years of retirement. Emergencies can happen at any time, such as unexpected medical expenses, home repairs, and other unforeseen events. An emergency fund can help you cover from these expenses without having to dip into your retirement savings or take on debt. Fact number 7, proactive on your investment portfolio trends. The importance of staying informed about market trends and being willing to adjust one's financial diet, withdrawal rate, or lifestyle if needed during retirement. This can help retirees adapt to change in the economic environment and maintain financial stability throughout their retirement years. Fact number 8, are you ready to be in social isolation? Retiring early can sometimes lead to social isolation for a few reasons. First, if you retire before your friends or peers, you may find yourself without a social network to connect with during the day. Second, if your identity is closely tied to your career, you may struggle to find a new sense of purpose or community after retiring. To combat social isolation in early retirement, it's important to proactively seek out social connections and activities. This could include joining the clubs or groups related to your hobbies or interests, volunteering, or take classes to learn new skills. It's also important to stay connected with friends and family members and to maintain a regular schedule of social activities. By taking these steps, early retirees can help build a fulfilling and connected retirement lifestyle. The fact number 9, develop a sense of purpose after retirement. Developing a sense of purpose in retirement is important for maintaining a fulfilling and satisfying lifestyle. Here are some steps to consider. Reflect on your values and interests. Think about what's important to you and what activities bring you joy and fulfillment. Considering volunteering, taking classes, or pursuing hobbies that align with your values and interests. Set new goals. Retirement can provide an opportunity to set new goals and pursue new challenges. Consider setting goals related to travel, learning a new skills, or starting a new business or venture. While I spent time with my kids those few years, I set some personal health goals to run marathons, a few triathlons, and a few long-distance bike rides. 5 ways to give back. Many retirees find meanings and purpose in giving back to their communities. Consider volunteering or mentoring others to share your expertise and experience. In the last few years, I have been volunteering as a career mentor to women at one of the local charities. Stay physically and mentally active. Maintaining physical and mental health is important for a sense of purpose and well-being in retirement. Consider exercising regularly, meditating, or participating in activities that challenge and stimulate your mind. Connect with others. Developing a social connection is important for a sense of purpose and belonging. Consider joining clubs or groups related to your interests or hobbies, volunteering, or reaching out to friends and family members. By knowing these facts, you can prepare and develop a sense of readiness for retirement and maintaining a fulfilling and satisfying lifestyle. That's it for today, and if you enjoy this content, then support me by click the like and share this video so YouTube can replay it for others. Thank you for your continued support of my channel. So share with me in the comment below if you are already retired early and what other facts we can learn from you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's learn, invest, and make an impact. Ciao!